Hey Sabre Dog fans, welcome back to Corbett Fields. I'm Mitch Kieran, and for today's Dogs Daily, we're going to be recapping the win number 14 on the summer that came last night, which is also the 10th in a row for your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, and it was also the 6th game of the summer that ended in the 10-run rule favor of the Sabre Dogs. And now they host the Red River Pilots one more time tonight, but there were plenty of exciting plays to break down. We're going to start by taking you last night back to the top of the third inning, when it was a 6-4-3 double play. All Cam Oba needed was his glove, Barlow his right hand, and Monroe with the pick to finish off this exciting play defensively.
Last night, Swanson might have had arguably the best bullpen in his last. Relief showing. And there's the double play. The grounder up the middle from Lee, 6-4-3. I said it was only a matter of time this infield twisted one will look it back. The chopper to Willman. Doesn't even get the hand on it, just the flick of the glove, and they make up for the air.
Then, of course, after that play, it was Diesel, Chris Monroe, adding not just his 6th, but 7th home run on the season in the contest.
It's not long, but Crouch has a pretty good haircut. The 1-0. Then this one, sent out of here and through the hole. Chris Monroe answers back with a 3-run blast. And that one had diesel power. Who else but Chris Monroe? That's his 6th home run on the year. The team lead by a long shot. The next closest just 3. Pump it up for Diesel. Try to show you the good plays as they happen. Monroe to the gap in left center. It's carrying, and it's out of here. Number 7 for Diesel. Now how about Chris Monroe? Ben Lavorsi already hit 2. He's going to join the party.
Now Diesel shined at the plate with 5 runs batted in, but one guy had to just one-up him at the plate. It was Ben Lavorsi, last night's catcher, making his Sabre Dogs debut, belting not 1, not 2, but 3 solo home runs in his first game as a Sabre Dog.
Distinction award at Mankato. The 0-1. Swung on. This one's crushed. And listen to the eruption. You know it. It's gone. Ben Lavorsi. Welcome to Minot. Fletcher said it perfectly there. First at bat, first dinger. Now his first swing, you could tell, was powerful, but this time he connected. And he breaks the tie. Souris Valley now leads 2-1. He's going to 13 hits and 10 earned runs. Lavorsi down the line and to the moon. Look at how far down the street that one's rolling. What a debut for Ben Lavorsi. His second bomb, that one might have been farther than the first. Another ball that just off the bat. You can hear the crack of the barrel and that launch angle. Going for back-to-back titles. And can this be 3? You bet it is. Ben Lavorsi. 3rd home run of the game on the first pitch of the at-bat. Now, I'm already calling Newbert Benny Blast, but hold the phone. What a debut for Ben Lavorsi.
Now we have one more game slated in the second 4-game homestand against the Red River Pilots for tonight at 6:35, but there's weather pending, some thunderstorms later tonight. We're just going to see how that plays out, but for now, be sure to stay tuned for the Sabre Dogs versus the Pilots.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Magic City. I'm Mitch Kieran, and glad to have you aboard for more Monday Night Baseball here in the Expedition League. As you can see, we're back in Corbett Fields for one more game in the homestand between The visiting Red River Pilots 3-9 overall, and your defending champion Souris Valley Sabre Dogs back on top in the league at 14-1. Now in a game where many standouts sat out to rest, the Sabre Dogs continued to dominate, picking up win number 14 and their 10th in a row. 11-1 was the final score last night. Thomas Gutierrez got the W, struck out 8 in 7 complete innings. And Ben Lavorsi, of course, made a huge first impression at the plate with 3 solo home runs. And Chris Monroe, a.k.a. Diesel, shined again with hitting his 6th and 7th home runs in the contest, driving in 5 runs. Now Monroe will return to the cleanup spot tonight, and Lavorsi will be hitting 8th once again and catching Mr. Reed Butts, our starting pitcher tonight at Valley City State University. Now Reed has a chance to become the strikeout leader after his 3rd start tonight. All he needs is 8. He's currently 3rd on the team with 22 total strikeouts behind Jacob Wesselman at 29 and Thomas Gutierrez at 28. But of course, don't count out the Pilots. They have been playing us tougher and tougher in this Route 2 rivalry. However, the Sabre Dogs continue to own this rivalry, winning 8 of 9 against the Pilots so far in the young year and winning the past 4. But the Sabre Dogs have already swept the Pilots once in the opening series, and they're trying to do that again, trying to get to 15-1 and their 11th straight victory. When we come back, we're going to break down this game even further, and we'll have the first pitch for you. We'll let our very own Jacob Fletcher take it over to announce the starting lineups for, once again, both the Red River Pilots and your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Now, the weather might be an issue tonight. It's already been raining for about the past hour. It looks like it's leveled off for now, but we might be looking at severe thunderstorms later tonight, currently slated for after the game. But as we all know, weather gets pretty unpredictable in Minot. But we're just about set to get this thing started, so don't go anywhere. We're going to have first pitch next on your home for Sabre Dogs baseball. And welcome back to Corbett Field. Mitch Kieran, and now we are feeding you the starting nine for the Pilots, presented by Magic City Suites. Leading off, Joshua Simon, batting second, Tanner Thompson. Batting third, Tyler Wiltshire. Batting cleanup, Jalen Lee. Batting fifth, Caleb Whitley. Batting sixth, Carter Payne. Batting seventh, Alex Miller. In the 8-hole, Josiah Collado. And rounding out the lineup for the Pilots, Jared Kirkman. And the Pilot batters, for the second time this season, will be facing pitcher Reed Butts. Now, Butts has been spectacular already through 2 starts. He's making his third tonight, coming off a dominating win over the Pierre Trappers, where he struck out 12 through 6 innings. Now, through 2 complete starts, Butts has 22 total strikeouts and just 4 walks through 12 complete innings. And an impressive ERA of 0.75, and opposing hitters are batting just .205 against the southpaw. So for Butts, again, as I said, he just needs 8 here tonight. 8 total strikeouts to become the strikeouts leader for the Sabre Dogs through 3 starts. This will be the final home game of the homestand for the Sabre Dogs. And it's a 6-game road trip to North Iowa starting tomorrow from Tuesday through Thursday. And then a league-wide stay in Sioux Falls from Friday until Sunday. An off day next Monday, so next week, Sabre Dogs will finally have an off day, as it has been a grind lately. Yesterday, as aforementioned, we have had a roster that was kind of battling fatigue up and down. Even the starters, just a matter of they were good enough to play. But play they did. 11-1, they still had an astonishing win that ended in 8s. First pitch, swing and a miss for Joshua Simon, moving up to the leadoff hole tonight for the Red River Pilots. As the second pitch in there, just missing for ball 1. So again, some light rain currently. We might be looking at severe thunderstorms as the night carries on. But only time will tell how much of this game we could get in. Hopefully a full 9. Swing and a miss on the third pitch for strike 2 for Simon. So we're currently sitting under some dark overcast and 74 degrees. Looking at light rain through the next couple of hours. The 1-2 pitch from Butts, and it's a fastball just outside for ball 2. So for the Pilots, they're trying to avoid being swept here tonight and trying to break a 4-game losing streak. It's 2-2 currently, as Simon will foul this one off to just stay alive. Now Joshua Simon, .450 average this past spring. A historic season from Missouri Valley College. Only batting .207 so far this summer, still trying to get in a rhythm, but he'll be sat down with the slider. Reed Butts with his first strikeout of the night and his first hitter faced. Painted the corner beautifully that time. As Butts executes for his first, waves one finger for 1 down. We'll go now to the second hitter for the Pilots. Tanner Thompson tries a quick drag bunt. He's going to come up empty-handed for strike 1. He'll be one of 3 Mavericks from Minnesota State University appearing in tonight's game. 2 of them are at the plate right now, the batter Thompson and the catcher Ben Lavorsi, as this one gets fouled on and swung and fouled straight back for strike 2. The third will be the starting pitcher for Red River, Aiden McGee, making his second start against Souris Valley here tonight. Here's the 0-2. Slider missing high for ball 1. Thompson with a batting average at 174 so far. Red River as a team batting .219. So they're hoping to finally turn the tide offensively. Hopefully very soon. The 1-2 swung on, fouled straight back. It'll be a 5-pitch at bat at the least here for Thompson, and there's that foul ball might have taken down a sign zip tied to this backstop. Luckily, it stayed in the fields. It didn't come back in the grandstand, so it hold that much, but still, with the exit velo from Butts, he's humming tonight. That last pitch misses for ball 2. 2-2 count. We see Lavorsi shading inside. Here's the 7th pitch. The at-bat swung on and missed. Strike 3. Out number 2. 2 batters up and already 2 sat back down by Butts on back-to-back strikeouts. Reed Butts pitching with some tenacity here out of the gates, but he's looking to retire to the first side in order. First pitch, ball 1 to Tyler Wiltshire. A switch hitter for the second straight night. Can be batting righty predominantly against the lefty Butts. The 1-0 from the southpaw, missing up and in for ball 2. Now Reed Butts this past spring able to get a 4-2 record for Valley City State. Missed some time. Might have had to battle an injury there. The 2-0 pitch taken for ball 3, so now he's got to settle back in here. 3-0 count. Trying to get back in the zone. He steps off the rubber. Tries to recompose himself. And he's back for the windup. And a pitch above the letters and inside for ball 4. So after he takes full command of the first 2 at-bats, he hands a free 90 on a walk to Tyler Wiltshire. Still 2 away, still a force at first or second. We're going back now to Jalen Lee. A .366 hitter. Now second on the team to the man on deck for Red River. As a first pitch slider misses outside for ball 1. So again, Butts with the 4-2 record had a 3.25 ERA. As a junior, he has 60 strikeouts in 48 innings pitched to just 15 walks. And that pitch in there called for strike 1. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. You see Cam Willman giving Lee some respect. He's back in shallow right field at second. As this pitch will get fouled out of play for strike 2. Butts already up to 19 pitches through 2/3 of an inning. He'll shake off a pitch from Lavorsi and he'll quickly reset. Already the 3rd catcher for the Sabre Dogs this summer. And a quick pickoff move to first. Not a bad move there. Fooled me up here with the hips. But then quickly was able to turn his attention back to Wiltshire at first. Still a 1-2 count. Butts from the stretch. And fouled away. Tried to go back to that low and outside corner. As I mentioned, we've already seen a VCSU catcher for Dustin Mertz plus Oklahoma Wesleyan's Seth Delgado. Seth's back in the lineup tonight after getting an off night. He'll be in left field tonight and hitting 6th again. Here's another 1-2. Hit in the air towards short, and this one will tail up in the air past Cruz into the gap. So Lee throws the head of the bat at an outside pitch. Lines it into the gap for a single. Good 2-strike hitting. Eddie Martinez also returning back to the lineup tonight. Made his debut back on Saturday night. Not his night offensively, 0 for 3, but he's looking to turn things around. Hitting 7th. And Lavorsi right there already blocks the pitch. That would have been costly yesterday. Had just a little bit of trouble with pitches in the dirt. That allowed the first and only run to score for the Pilots in the first on a pass ball with a few runners on base. Caleb Whitley will call time at the plate. He is now the Pilots' leading hitter with a .368 batting average. That hit by Lee in the past at bat might have put him back over. The 1-0 from Butts. Swung on and fouled straight back. He'll get back to even. For the Sabre Dogs tonight, might be looking at Brett Laura plus Davey Demeter in relief. As Butts already up to 23 pitches. Still working hard out there for his 3rd. A big lead at second, but a swing and a miss by Whitley at the plate, and Butts facing the beer batter now. 1-2 in the count. Just needs one more strike for half-price beer to start this game off. Keep our Sabre Dog faithful happy from the get-go. Lavorsi sets up outside, and that slider will ride high above the zone for ball 2. This inning going on a little bit longer than Butts had hoped for, after managing to get 2 quick strikeouts early. Here's the 2-2, the check swing. They're going to appeal, and they're going to give it to the batter, saying he didn't go around for ball 3. Didn't look like a bad spot with the slider. Plus, if you get Whitley to almost go around, could have been a strike on principle. Still a full count here. Whitley looking for a base hit ball for approach as the runners take off, and it's a fastball missing low. And Coach Kieran doesn't look too happy. Bases are now juiced for Carter Payne, a Minot State hitter. Who went yard not too long ago already in this series. As Coach Kieran just gets a quick mound visit here between Barlow at third, and Lavorsi comes out to talk things over with Butts. Just got to settle back down now. Get back in that zone. Give him something to swing at. You got a good defense out there behind you. Made plenty of great plays yesterday. And Butts going to be going back from the windup. First pitch fastball high for ball 1. Now up to 28 pitches here out of the gates. The windup with the 1-0. And Payne will watch a fastball in the outer half called for strike 1. One count currently. Butts out of Rockford, Illinois, also a former Kishwaukee Cougar. Just like Colin Quandy for Red River. Here's the 1-1. And a pitch at the letters called for ball 2. So he's missing, but not by much. Still trying to figure out that zone down there. 2-1, and that bat goes flying. Nobody in the VIP section on the visitor side, but somebody could have been leaving with a souvenir bat. I think that might be the first effect that we're seeing from this rain here tonight, as Carter Payne launches a bat that would have cleared the infields. Gotta check that bat out. I wonder if that might have some splinters in it now. So Payne's going to get another bat to swing with here. Might want to give him some pine tar as well. Again, might be slippery conditions tonight out there in that all-turf field. The field can handle it, but again, we still might be feeling the effects of the elements. Here's a 2-2. Up and away for ball 3. Got to throw a strike here. A walk will score a run. The payoff. And it's high for the first run of the game on a walk. And the Red River dugout is loving it. For the second straight game, Red River leads at the top of the first inning. We're still not out of the woods just yet, though. We got 2 down, bases still loaded. Alex Miller now up to the plate. First pitch fastball rifled in there for strike 1. So Goody didn't get many pitches early in yesterday's game. He was still able to settle back down, though. But now it's up to Butts to get himself out of this jam. 2 down, bases loaded. He's already facing 7 hitters in this first inning and throwing 35 pitches. Here's the 1-1 to Lavorsi at the plate, missing high for ball 2. What started out as a great inning has turned tough for Butts. Now 2-1, he'll shake off a pitch from Lavorsi. And he begins the wind. Slider in there, called for strike 2. Count gets back to even. And now it's up to Butts to execute here. Miller, a 182 hitter at the plate, looking to do some damage. And he'll wear a pitch inside. And another run will score. 2-0, and the struggle continues for Butts here. Got back to even. That is just tough. He went back to the slider on a second straight pitch. And it runs too far inside to get Miller on his back leg. First pitch taken on a fastball for Josiah Collado. The catcher, one of 3 players out of Mid-Atlantic Christian. The 0-1. Back to a fastball upstairs for ball 1. And the only sound we got here at Corbett Field is coming from that Pilot dugout. They are fired up to be leading 2-0 early. The 1-1. Slider in there, called for strike 2. Collado affirms it was inside the zone. And Coach Kieran not too happy with how this inning has just continued to carry on. A 1-2 count. Here's the 42nd pitch of the first inning, and it gets fouled back. You got to give a lot of credit to Red River. They're getting deep in these at-bats, and they're finding ways to outlast. Just driving up the pitch count in each at-bat. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And that'll finally do it for the Pilots in the first. They leave the bases loaded, as the Sabre Dogs will come up to bat offensively for the first time tonight. But they got some catching up to do, trailing 2-0 to Red River. And we'll be back with the starting 9 for the Sabre Dogs next on your home for Sabre Dogs Baseball.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
And fittingly, a dog pile on top of the pitcher's mound in a sea of baby blue.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, the Sabre Dogs starting 9 on your viewing screens now, brought to you by Magic City Hoagies, for the best darn hoagies in town. Luis Pelayo is back in the lineup tonight, leading things off. Dason Cruz moves from cleanup to the 2-hole tonight. Ben Newbert also returns to the lineup, batting third. Batting cleanup is Chris Monroe. Batting fifth, Jake Barlow. Batting sixth, Seth Delgado. Batting seventh, Eddie Martinez. Batting eighth, Ben Lavorsi. And rounding out the lineup, Cameron Willman. And already, with a 2-0 lead at his back, Aiden McGee takes the mound for the second time against the Sabre Dogs this summer. He's a 6'4", 190-pound right-handed pitcher, as well as an outfielder, coming to Grand Forks this summer from West Des Moines, Iowa. And his first pitch out of the stretch to Pelayo. Check swing, and in there, called for a strike. So for McGee, this is his third start on the summer. He's 0-1. Second start did not reach a decision for him. It was ball one now to Pelayo. He has 4 strikeouts, 20 Actually, make that 16 hits. And he's given up 8 earned runs, 10 total. He has an ERA of 7.71. Opposing hitters are hitting .421 against him this summer. 2-1 the count to Pelayo. Gets him chasing on an outside pitch for strike 2. As he gets back to even, forcing Pelayo now to hit with 2 strikes. One of the top hitters for the Sabre Dogs back in the lineup. .407 batting average for the Drover, as he will let that one go to the backstop for ball 3 up and away. Now McGee, just a young pitcher. He was a true freshman at Minnesota State University. It's going to be interesting to see him pitch against his college teammate Ben Lavorsi later on in the game. He's got a full count currently to Pelayo. Looking for his first. And the payoff. Fastball high, but Pelayo does a good job just fouling it away and out of play. Apart from the .407 average, Pelayo has an on-base of .484. He's done a good job being responsible for plenty of runs, driving in 16 and scoring 18. And he'll stay alive here. Already in the first at-bat, Pelayo does his job as the leadoff, getting up in the pitch count. Already working up to an 8-pitch at-bat. The 3-2. Grounded back up the middle, and it is through. A great at-bat for Luis Pelayo. Pays off on a sharp grounder to center for a leadoff single. As Pelayo stands safely on first with the Sabre Dogs' first knock of the night, we'll go to Dason Cruz. Now last night, Cruz moved up to the cleanup spot with Newbert getting the off nights. And not bad. He went 2 for 4 with 1 run batted in. He'll take a first pitch curveball from McGee off the plate for ball 1. And for Cruz, batting .385 so far in the summer. Through 7 total games already. He fouls this one straight back for strike 1. On base of .433, OPS of .933. 3 total extra base hits, 4 runs scored, and 4 batted in. Pelayo inches his way off the bag at first. Here's the 1-1, roped down the line, and just foul. A well-batted ball, but instead it's a long strike 2 for Cruz. Got a crisp fastball from McGee on the inner half, and Cruz turns on it sharply. So now the infielder from Quincy University has got to battle up here. Behind in the count to McGee, 1-2. Second team all-region for the Hawks, voted on last week. Quick pick from McGee. Turns but delivers a strike to Lee at first. Still 1-2 for Cruz here. Fourth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swung on, belted high and deep to right field. And it is out of here! Dason Cruz with his first home run of the summer. And that'll tie it up for the Sabre Dogs. A good at-bat right after Luis's leadoff single. Cruz on the 1-2 just turns on it. Already turned on one down the line, but he stays within and cranks one out of here. And just like that, it's 2-2. The bases look clear, but McGee is still searching for his first out here. The Sabre Dogs trying to get back to another hot start offensively. They already got 2 thanks to the big fly from Cruz. But we got another great hitter up, Ben Newbert. He'll take a first pitch slider low and away for ball 1. So Saturday night, Ben Newbert was the hero. Multi-hit game, the last of which drove in the winning run. He takes a healthy hack here on the second pitch of the at-bat for strike 1. A fastball at the letters. Third pitch goes inside out on a foul here for strike 2. So again, after the 2-for-3 night with the walk-off RBI single, he got the day off yesterday, his second off day, already battling an issue with his throwing arm. That's why he's been the DH. And a swing and a miss. McGee gets him to chase low below the knees for his first strikeout of the night. So Newbert relaying what he saw to his hitters. And up to Chris Monroe, another white-hot batter for the Sabre Dogs. Monroe got his average back up to 368 after last night. He's got 4 doubles, 1 triple, and hit his 7th home run. Not just his 6th, but his 7th yesterday. 28 runs batted in, Monroe. An astonishing amount of runs driven in from the cleanup spot. He's doing his job. Newbert, who just went down for out number 1, has the next highest with 19. Here's the 0-1 to Monroe. Fastball low and away for ball 1. No shift for Monroe tonight. He can still spray to all parts of the field, but if you feed him anything middle in, it might be a mistake. Here's the 1-1. Fastball down the pipe. And he fouls it away for strike 2. Now a 1-2 count for Monroe. Trying to battle up here is the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Roped down the line, and he hooked it just foul. So far, Chris Monroe is the only Sabre Dog who has started every game. While many of these hitters, again, they transition very quickly from their spring season to now, haven't got much time to rest. Monroe, not interested in resting. He wants to be out there, and he wants to compete every night he possibly can. He watches ball 2 outside. We got an even count once again, 2-2. McGee quickly resets in the stretch, and that one gets away from him. I think we had a sports reporter down there in the backstop, had to move out of the way for that one. Might be another effect that we're seeing from the rain tonight. You can look in either dugout and you see puddles, as well as the warning track, a little more saturated. Looks damp. Here's the 3-2. McGee with a fastball. Snaps the bat. And that's a line out to Jared Kirkman. So already a fastball after the errant pitch. And McGee has a strikeout and now some firewood. So that's out number 2, and we're up now to Jake the Jukebox Hero Barlow. Steps in for the first time tonight. First pitch. And he turns on it early, foul on a chopped ground ball. A 1 count for the Delta State Statesman. The 0-1. He'll let a fastball go outside this time. Barlow a .348 average on the summer. He's got 4 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs, all of which he hit in 3 consecutive games against Pierre. Pops him up on 1-1 to the edge of the infield. Thompson trying to track it, has to readjust, but he'll make the grab over the shoulder for out number 3. So the Sabre Dogs able to tie it up in their first 2 batters. Pelayo gets deep in an 8-pitch at-bat, singles, and then he's quickly brought home on a few pitches later thanks to a home run from Dason Cruz. With that, we head to the top of the second. It's Souris Valley 2, Red River 2, on your home for Sabre Dogs Baseball.
With a stay at Minot's Comfort Inn and Suites, you'll be within reach of some of the best summer spots in the Magic City, including the Dakota Square Mall, Minot State University, the North Dakota State Fairgrounds, and of course, Corbett Field, the home of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. When you book your stay, enjoy complimentary Wi-Fi, indoor pool, spa tub, fitness center, complete with great rooms available. Located at 3420 South Broadway. Book today by calling 701-838-5200. Comfort Inn and Suites, the official hotel service of the Souris Valley Sabre.
Welcome back to Minot. Reed Butts out there to begin his second inning of work. Through 43 pitches in that first inning, struck out the side, but still gave up the 2 runs. After ball 1, he's got a 1-0 count now to Jared Kirkman. Already we're to the 9-hitter as he will take the second pitch of the at-bat for strike 1. So 3 walks and 1 hit batter in that inning. Detrimental for Mr. Butts. He's trying to quickly turn his fortune here. He gets Kirkman to roll over to third. Barlow takes a step with the ball and then delivers a strike to Monroe. An easy out, number 1. Nice to see Jake Barlow, an effective fielder at either second or third, or I would like his chances at shortstop too. Just don't believe we've seen him there. And he was part of what had to be one of the biggest highlights in the field defensively for the Sabre Dogs so far this summer. It was Cam Willman at short. He's at second tonight, but Willman fielded a ground ball on the run with the glove, just flicked it up to Barlow. He didn't need his, just like Willman didn't need his throwing hand. It's 0-2 currently to Simon. And then the throw, Monroe picked it in the dirt. As that pitch misses in the dirt on the way to Lavorsi for ball 1. But that 6-4-3 double play. Now again, kind of expected with a runner on first and 1 down. But the Sabre Dogs did it with a little bit of flair. A 1-2 to Simon. Popped him up again. Foul. Similar situation for Simon at the plate. He got deep in his first at-bat, but still ended up striking out. Lavorsi will set up outside, and he's caught out front with the slider for his second strikeout on the day. 2 away, nobody on base. And we're back to Tanner Thompson, also 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That was Butts' 4th strikeout hurled already. He's only thrown 9 pitches this inning. Now he's got to find a way to finish here and try to keep this a tie ball game. First pitch gets fouled out of play by Thompson. Butts back in the winds up, swung on and chopped towards third base. Foul. Already Butts doing a good job getting back ahead in the count on consecutive at-bats. He's wasting little time here with the 0-2. Goes with the off-speed, but it just misses off the plate. And high for a ball. 1-2. And once again, Butts not even taking a breath, and he doesn't miss a beat. Swing and a miss. First strike 3 and out number 3. Butts now gets his 5th strikeout to end things 1-2-3 in order for the Pilots in the second. Sabre Dogs coming back up to bat, and we're still tied up at 2 when we return on your home for Sabre Dogs baseball. Welcome back to Corbett Field. We've already played an inning and a half here. And we got 6, 7, 8 in the Souris Valley order due up, leading off with Seth Delgado. Now Delgado had a huge night offensively to start this series on Friday. Hit his second home run, went 3 for 4. And he was off last night, but he's back in the lineup now in left fields. Another one of those players that kind of had to battle through some soreness, and that was almost his 8th hit by pitch on the summer. As that one misses very close inside. That might be a big reason why he might be battling a little bit of soreness, because the pitchers just find a way to keep hitting him. Grounds this one towards third. Tyler Wiltshire, who's been dependable all summer at third base, with another nice play across the diamond for out number 1. Now, once again, I've given plenty of credit so far over the summer, but it's been due for Coach Hollum's defense out there for the Pilots. Plenty of great defenders that just execute on many plays. They've gotten eaten up by an error or two in the Route 2 rivalry, but they've also been more outstanding, so that should outshine it by far. Big swing and a miss from Eddie Martinez. Back in the lineup, made his debut on Saturday. He's behind the count now 0-1. Martinez, a .319 hitter, just finished his sophomore year at Cochise College in Arizona. Another big swing and a miss. Still empty-handed for strike 2. Belted 6 home runs in the spring, 38 RBIs, 44 runs scored, and stole 5 bases. Comes to us this summer from Caracas, Venezuela. The 0-2. And that one just off the corner for ball 1. Now again, Coach Kieran got a front row seat for 2 of Cochise's finest with Martinez in Ozuna. It was a 3-1 game in Tucson that went in favor of the Apaches, defeating Coach Kieran's Mystics. And that one will miss low for ball 2. And while we're on the topic of Ozuna, a great honor for him coming just yesterday. Voted as an NJCAA D1 First Team All-American. The 2-2. Swung on, just got a piece of it. And luckily, Collado couldn't hang on to that one. So after the foul, the count remains 2-2. So again, Ozuna, 4-0 record in the spring, but loves being the closer. Got 15 saves. That's very impressive. The 2-2 to Martinez. Up and in, just missing for ball 3. Not a bad spot with 2 strikes for McGee, but Martinez stays disciplined. He won't be fooled. Knows the zone already. We still got to find a way to execute. A base hit, ball 4 approach here. Nobody on, 1 down. And here's the payoff. Watches it all the way into the dirt for ball 4. So Eddie reaches first, and we go now to Ben Lavorsi. Now, how do you pitch to this man today? Went 3 for 4 yesterday. He saw the ball exceptionally well. Well enough to, in his Sabre Dog debut, belt 3 home runs and a 3 for 4 day at the plate. So Lavorsi's looking to stay hot in his second game as a Sabre Dog. First pitch to him. Missing low and inside for ball 1. Another nice block for Collado. The Sabre Dogs rocking the all powder blue uniforms tonight against the Pilots in the navy with the gold trim. 1-0 count as Collado shading the outer half of the plates. Once again, just missing the corner for ball 2. He got up in the count early to Martinez, but then lost a little bit of command. He's missing just outside the zone, not by much. But he's got to find a way to get Lavorsi to take a hack here. 2-0 count to the catcher from Minnesota State. He'll watch ball 3 high. And a quick throw back to first. Not in time. Martinez scurries back. But again, Reed Butts must be on the mound if we got these all powder blue uniforms. Even if they wear them the night before, I still think Butts would say, let's wear them again tomorrow. I'm on the mound. I make the call. I want the blues. 3-0 to Lavorsi. And he lays off on that fastball to get McGee over for strike one. So he stays disciplined, but he's still looking for a pitch to drive here. One spot, one speed with 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 5th pitch of the at-bat. And Lavorsi gets strike 2 called. Just nabbing the upper inside corner. So Lavorsi, a pretty aggressive hitter. If he sees one early that he likes, he'll take a big hack at it. Hasn't gotten that here. Hasn't quite found his pitch. And now he's got to battle up with a full count. The payoff. Runner takes off to second, but it won't matter. It's ball 4 at the letters. Lavorsi walks on full count, and we go now to Cameron Willman. Now, Willman's been great defensively all season long as we've seen him. Currently batting .214, but he's also had some great at-bats. And 1 for 3 at the plate yesterday. And you'll watch a first pitch curveball all the way in on the inside part of the zone called for strike 1. Willman, the second baseman tonight. One of the Lobos' top hitters out of the University of New Mexico. 0-1. He'll let this one also go by inside. This time right in the chalk for ball 1 on a fastball. Still 1 down here. Men on first and second for Willman. And the pitch. Swung on. A fly ball to left field down the line. And Whitley tracks it down on the run for out number 2. We're coming at you live from the First Western Bank and Trust broadcasting booth after out number 2. My name is Mitch Kieran. Glad to have each and every one of you with us on the broadcast tonight. This is the last home game in a 4-game homestand for the Sabre Dogs. We won't have another one of these broadcasts until a week from tomorrow. Be a 2-game stay once again for the Pure Trappers at Corbett Fields. First pitch, ball 1 to Pelayo with runners on first and second. Once again, it'll be a 3-game road trip to North Iowa, and then on the way back to Minot, a 3-game stay from Friday to Sunday in Sioux Falls. Pelayo with a good load, but he holds off for strike 1. Called in the outer half, a 1-1 count now for Louie. Third pitch of the at-bat. Swings at this one. It's down the line. That's going to be fair. Waving Martinez around third, and the Sabre Dogs will take the lead, but hold up. Pelayo wanted to get a double, but Lavorsi was held up at second. And now look at this. Lead at third, and the runner gets away from the bag on the throw from Lee. So a big mental error ultimately pays off on the base pass for the Sabre Dogs. Lavorsi was firmly planted on second. Pelayo meets him there. He gets caught in a pickle. Then Lavorsi reads the throw and draws the throw to third from Jalen Lee. The throw goes wide, and Lavorsi just slides under the tag from Wiltshire. A base running error that ends up buying the Sabre Dogs another 90 feet. Nevertheless, it's still an RBI single for Pelayo. And we got runners at the corners now for Dason Cruz. 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer. First pitch to Cruz. Just off the plate for ball 1. Now Cruz, he'd been doing a good job in the early going so far this season. Ever since an 0-for-4 start, he's been pretty solid at the plate. He has 3 doubles, And now 6 runs batted in. Make it 7. A line drive up the middle. Pelayo heading to third. And he'll beat the throw from center. And Cruz will take second. And the Sabre Dogs are heating up once again. Lavorsi scores to make it 4-2 on the RBI double from Cruz. So Dason Cruz as well continues to heat up. 2 outs and 2 ducks on the pond for Ben Newbert. Looking for payback after the strikeout in inning number 1. We're still in the bottom of the second. And here's the first pitch to Newbert. A fastball inside called, strike 1. Newbert, a .431 hitter on the summer. 5 doubles, 3 home runs, and 19 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just a little more inside this time for ball 1. Got some love from the local news station KX before the game. They were talking with Coach Kieran and Chris Monroe, so also be sure to check out that interview when it gets produced. Third pitch of the at-bat to Newbert. Big swing and a miss. Trying to get the barrel out front, reaching for a fastball in the outer half. Just couldn't quite calculate that time, and now he's got to battle back for the second straight at-bat with 2 strikes. McGee from the stretch. Fastball painting the corner. Strike 3 and out number 3. 2 runners will be left stranded in scoring position. But the Sabre Dogs take their first lead of the night. 2-run score on 2 hits. And we'll go to the top of the third next. Souris Valley 4, Red River 2 on your home for the Sabre Dogs.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
And fittingly, a dog pile on top of the pitcher's mound in a sea of baby blue.
Welcome back to the Magic City. Reed Butts had himself a solid second inning after a struggle to get his third out in the first. It was what started off great for Reed Butts. He just needs 8 strikeouts tonight to become the Sabre Dogs leader so far early in the year. He's already up to 5, but with 3 walks and a hit by pitch in the first, as well as the 1 base hits, 2 runs were able to score. Both of them earned. And that one a call to strike on the outer half. We got a 2-1 count currently here. As 3-4-5, the heart of the Pilots order due up here. To lead things off, Wiltshire cranks this one, a deep fly ball to left. But Delgado tracks it down on the run. Delgado, a utility man out there. Now he's been a very solid catcher, but he can also play the corner outfield very nicely too. He's able to corral that fly ball with ease. Sounded good off the bat, but out number 1 for Red River as Jalen Lee steps back up to the plate. He is 1 for 1 as this one gets grounded. Cruz makes a nice move on the ball, and Monroe makes the stretch. A 1-pitch at bat for Lee for out number 2. Two away, and we got the beer batter now due up, Caleb Whitley. Worked a full count against Butts. and drew a walk to load up the bases, and then the 2 runs followed. First pitch called ball 1 to Whitley, the batter. 368 average. And he'll watch strike 1 of the outer half. So for Whitley, he was just a few points under 300 as an average for Mid-Atlantic Christian. 4 and 5 hitters tonight out of Mid-Atlantic. Ball 2 inside, almost tagging Whitley on the helmet. Well, he had a very impressive spring that's carrying over this summer. 366 average with 7 home runs and 39 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and out number 3. The Pilots go down in order, and the beer batter strikes out. So we'll have half-price beer for the rest of the third. So if you're tuning in, go grab a cold one and come back for the Sabre Dogs hitting next in the bottom of the third. Souris Valley still leads Red River 4-2 on your home for Sabre Dogs baseball. And big Chris Monroe steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 currently. Had a soft line out that snapped a bat in the first. But don't count him out. This guy is one bad dude at the plate. 7 home runs, 28 RBIs on the summer. And he's leading off with the Sabre Dogs in the third. McGee from the stretch. A slider, first pitch. Just running off the plate. Monroe showing once again the discipline early. If he doesn't like it, he'll let it go by. A 1-0. Fastball just holds off and missing for ball 2. Another good selection of a pitch to let go. Monroe finding success in the summer leagues. Pops this one up to the other side. As I was going to say, a Northwoods League All-Star for the Pit Spitters, but a tough result on a 2-0 count. Pops out to Lee at first base. And on 3 pitches, McGee has out number 1 here in the third. Jake Barlow stepping up to the plate, also popping out his first time. Through 2 1/3, McGee's got 4 earned runs, 4 base hits, a pair of walks, but also 2 strikeouts. And he's left 2 base runners stranded in scoring position, both of those coming in seconds to halt the Sabre Dogs' momentum. And he feeds a crisp fastball up and into Barlow. Swings and misses for strike 1. The 0-1 from McGee. And that one misses low for ball 1. So again, McGee, just a very young pitcher for Red River, as well as the NSIC champion Minnesota State University Mavericks. Third pitch of the at-bat. Cranked deep to the gap in right center. It's carrying, and it's caught on the run. No, it's actually not caught on the warning track. Just could not get to it. Miller gets all the way to the baseball. but instead it's a double for Barlow. Now that ball was crushed. I thought Miller might have made a web gem on it. But it's a double to center field. And now with a one-out double, we go to Seth Delgado. Grounded out in his first time with a runner on second. He's going to try to find a way to bring him home. Ball one misses low to Delgado. Now again, McGee. A very good pitcher in high school. Led Waukee to the Class 4A Iowa High School State Tournament in 2020. Had an ERA, all zeros. He collected 20 strikeouts in 11 innings. Again, it was the COVID year in 2020. Opposing hitters just hit 132. Also at the plate, he had 4 home runs and 20 RBIs. Good enough to spend his next 4 years at a very good baseball program at the NSIC. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Barlow heads to third, and the throw's off as Jake scurries back to the bag. And he steals third. Swing and a miss for strike one. But a good jump from Barlow. And they couldn't make the tag. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Delgado, 1 down with a man on third. Got to find a way to get the job done here. Either find your way on or find a way to bring home Jake. Just throws the end of the bat at this one. Lines it the other way. Sharp, but foul. A bit of a defensive swing, but he still caught a barrel. Almost paid off with extra bases. As long as you make contact with 2 strikes, though, you can take those swings. Hoist those pitches and stay alive. Do anything you can to battle. Still a 1-2 count. Delgado almost wears this one. Just backs off for ball 2. McGee already up to 63 pitches in this one. We might have another lefty warming up. Two count to Delgado. The pitch. Swing and a miss. But he just gets a piece of it. Fouled back off the catcher. Couldn't quite hear the connection. But Collado misses a foul tip, strike 3 opportunity. I'm going to talk things over with the field umpire. Something with the ball. Maybe they're trying to dry it up. Again, we had some weather in the forecast all night long from about 5:20 to 6:20. What started off as pretty heavy rain soon lightened off, but still rained on Corbett Field for about an hour. So the field's sustainable, but it might be a little bit slippery out there. Might have some thunderstorms coming up in the next hour or the 9 o'clock hour, so maybe towards the later stages of the game. Delgado this time chases one low and away and swings and misses for strike 3. That's out number 2, and it's up to Eddie Martinez to get the Sabre Dogs back on the board here in the bottom of the 3rd. Barlow still stands just 90 feet away. And Martinez still looking for his first base hit as a Sabre Dog. Already has 3 at-bats, 5 plate appearances. There's a check swing. They're going to check the field umpire. They say he didn't go around. He's all the way at second. And he'll give him the benefit of the doubt. 1-0 count for Eddie. No time like the present, especially with Barlow over there on third for your first knock. This time a fastball in the black called for strike 1. Eddie Martinez, 6'5", 210 pounds. It's a big hitter up there. The 1-1. He lets that one go by low for ball 2. So you got Jake Barlow at third, 5'8". You put him up next to the current batter Martinez plus Monroe or former Sabre Dog Cody Muncie. Size difference is it's pretty significant. 2-1. Martinez swings through a fastball inside for strike 2. Just his third day in Minot, Martinez, another new Sabre dog, in the outfield along with Jesus Rojas. Also got Lavorsi on deck, his second day in Minot. And Ozuna also got here earlier this week. 2-2, fastball in the black, this time called for ball 3. A very close call that time. And Martinez takes his time. Got to regain his composure here. Anything close? Got to battle. Ropes this back up the middle. And that'll drive home Barlow. Eddie Martinez with an RBI single, making it 3 straight innings with runs for the Sabre Dogs. It's now 5-2. And you could tell he was thinking hard that time. Took a step out. Had to regain the focus on his approach. Gets a fastball with a payoff. Sends it screaming back up the middle past McGee on the ground. A good at-bat for Martinez, and it pays off with a run. Here's Lavorsi. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1, so we got Maverick on Maverick right now. For all you Top Gun fans, or more so you Minnesota State fans. McGee just a freshman from Mankato. Lavorsi just wrapped up his career for the Mavericks. So the teammates duking it out right now, 1-0. This one's roped into right field. Past a diving Jalen Lee, and Martinez is going to be waved to third. And he'll slide in there safely. A 2-out single for Lavorsi on the 1-0 pitch. Another hard ball hit on the ground. And great base running again for Souris Valley. Plenty of times you see a ball hit to the right side of the field. If it gets to the outfield, Coach Kieran, he trusts almost all of his guys to get third on a hit like that. Coach Holland's going to get the whole infield here on the mound visit. Talk situations. And on this one, with those 2 ground balls, they had the right approaches. Jalen Lee on the belly trying to keep that one in front. But Lavorsi now 4 for 5. Through his first 2 games as a Sabre Dog. Still plenty of ball game left here tonight. It's up to Cam Willman to try and extend the lead. We got another righty warming up for Red River. Nobody yet in the Souris Valley bullpen. McGee's already up to 73 pitches on the game, 21 this inning alone. See what Willman can do with runners at the corners. He flew out his last time up, and he'll take a fastball high for ball 1. Again, Willman, he's seen his fair share of great pitching. Out of Kansas State and the Northwoods, a former Bismarck Lark. A New Mexico product. He's got a 2-0 count currently. Third pitch of the at-bat. Willman grounds this one to Wiltshire. And in an instant, he'll get that throw across the diamond in time for out number 3. This one a 1-0 pitch. Willman grounds out. 2 runners left stranded, but 1 scores on 3 base hits for the Sabre Dogs in the third. Top of the 4th coming up. Souris Valley leads Red River 5-2 on your home for Sabre Dogs baseball.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
And fitting top of the pitcher's mound in a sea of baby blue.
Butts back out on the mound, pitching to Ben Lavorsi, the catcher, as we take a look around the horn for the Sabre Dogs. We got Monroe for the 16th consecutive nights, starting at first base. Cam Willmans at second, Cruz at short, Barlow at third. And from left to right, we got Delgado, Martinez in center, and Luis Palayo in right field tonight. So he's coming off an off night. And he will shift over to where Hunter Delanoy usually is. So Hunter Delanoy, he's played a string of consecutive games. And a first pitch strike to Carter Payne. The 0-1 from Butts, and that one in there called for strike two. 6, 7, 8 due up for Red River here in the fourth. The 0-2 from Butts, and this one's cranked towards the gap in right center. On the run, Eddie Martinez makes the grab. Takes away a hit in the gap for out number one. Now again, Delanoy playing in 11 consecutive games. He's on a 10-game hitting streak, a .487 average. But I could say he probably deserves the off day after 11 consecutive. Monroe with a spectacular grab. Out past first and in between him and right field. Makes the grab at the fence. A pop fly in foul territory, corralled by Diesel for out number two. What a play and a one pitch out. With two down, Butts already trying to conserve his energy. He's only thrown 69 so far. First pitch inside, called. Strike one to Josiah Collado. Collado 0 for 1. Now, it's always felt like it's been sunny in Minot so far this summer. We've beaten the sunset just about every night. Now, that's still not going to be coming up until 9:46, but it's still a bit of a dark and gloomy night. We're now expecting 100% rain chances and thunderstorms for the next 2 hours. Rain could be starting up again in 10 minutes. 1-2 in the count for Collado. And Butts from the windup. That pitch just missing below the knees, so not the same matter of issues, but the Sabre Dogs got to find a way to stay energized and hydrated. They're going to be facing temperatures near the triple digits for this next week down in Bancroft and in Sioux Falls. Count still at 2-2 as Collado fouls it straight back. Slight pause in play here. Collado just quickly steps out of the box and back in. And Collado once again calls time. Butts for the third consecutive looking to put away the Pilots in order. But not on this pitch on the check swing. Field umpire says he laid off for ball 3. A full count here. Should Butts win this pitch, it'll be 3 straight innings after the 2 spot in the first. That it's 1, 2, 3, but not this time. Collado outlasts Butts for ball 4. Reed now up to 76 pitches on the game. We'll move to the 9-hitter, Jared Kirkman, a place where he has found success. Seeing plenty of fastballs and doing that with him. A fly ball deep to left field. Delgado just can't make the grab on the run. It's going to be extra bases for Kirkman, and Josiah Collado will score all the way from first on the RBI double. So Jared Kirkman stays hot at the plate. And Collado with 2 down legs it out for the run. The Pilots back within reach of 2, a 5-3 score. We're back to the top of the order with Josh Simon. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And he'll take a slider for strike 1. Called on the outer half. 0-1 count from Butts. And the pitch. Fouled away. Simon for the 3rd straight time tonight battling with 2 strikes. Trying to find a way to battle here or get on base with 2 down. As Red River cracks the scoreboard once again here in the 4th. Butts resets from the stretch. Slider misses inside. Lavorsi set up on the outer half expecting the run, but pitch just didn't spin that way. Ball 1. 1-2 for Simon. He reaches and grounds this one towards Barlow at third. On the run, nice play for 5-3 and out number 3. The Pilots leave one stranded, but they still score 1 on another base hit, their 2nd of the game. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, it's Souris Valley 5, Red River 3 on your home for Sabre Dogs baseball.
With a stay at Minot's Comfort Inn and Suites, you'll be within reach of some of the best summer spots in the Magic City, including the Dakota Square Mall, Minot State University, the North Dakota State Fairgrounds, and of course, Corbett Field, the home of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. When you book your stay, enjoy complimentary Wi-Fi, indoor pool, spa tub, fitness center, complete with great rooms available. Located at 3420 South Broadway. Book today by calling 701-838-5200. Comfort Inn and Suites, the official hotel service of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs.
Welcome back to the Magic City, coming at you live from the First Western Bank and Trust broadcasting booth here at beautiful Corbett Field. Be sure to check out that full schedule at SourisValleySaberDogs.com. As we thank you for tuning into the broadcast, another great turnout here. Got to give these fans plenty of props for a rainy Monday night coming out to the ballpark. But once again, be sure to check out that full schedule and try to find some time to come on down to Minot. A great town here on the north side of North Dakota. Just up Highway 83 from Bismarck, the state capital. Bottom of the 4th, we got Luis Pelayo leading off as the leadoff batter. A perfect 2 for 2 so far tonight. Drove in a run. And Pelayo's just been on fire all summer long. Ropes this one towards Lee. Great backhanded stop. And he will beat the speedy Louie to first. Steps on the bag for out number 1. Another sharp hit ball on the ground. But this time he manages to make the play. One down, we go to Dason Cruz. Another guy heating up. 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Drove in a run his last time and drove in 2 on a home run the first. And there's a great stop on the dive from Thompson. They just can't make the play at first. This time Lee fails to pick it in the dirt, but tip the cap to Thompson. You see it right there. It's an infield. Let's see what we're ruling that one. Might be a throwing error. A sharp hit grounder that I thought was heading straight to center field. Tanner Thompson with a spectacular grab. Well, it's a throwing error on Thompson. And we're going to move right along now to Ben Newbert. Runner on first. A nice block that time from Collado to keep Cruz at first base. Now Ben Newbert looking to turn his fortune around here tonight. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And he'll get to a 2-0 count once again. 2 balls, no strikes as that fastball misses inside. Newbert already a 2-time player of the game so far this summer. Most recent back on Saturday with the walk-off win. And a nice pitch there with a 2-0 count, but he just lays off. And again, it just gets darker here now. A little bit of a chill in the air, and we did say a little bit ago that thunderstorms were going to be starting close to 8 p.m. And a grounder to third. They get the out at second and at first. A 5-4-3 double play to quickly put away the Dogs in just 7 pitches in the fourth. So how about the Red River defense again in this fourth inning? The flash of the leather making plays left and right. And we're going to the top of the fifth. We got lightning out in center fields. But we'll be back momentarily. Top of the fifth, it's still Souris Valley 5, Red River 3 on your home for Sabre Dogs baseball. So we are quickly returning back to Corbett Field here. As I mentioned, there was lightning out past center fields. It was kind of hard to miss with everybody in the grandstand facing that way. As Butts started to trot out to the mound, I think some rain is actually going to follow that lightning. So we're going to be in a little bit of a weather delay here. A no-fly zone here at Corbett Field. Well, now hold on. There was clearly lightning past center field, but Butts is heading out to the mound. We may or may not be in a delay. Delgado, nope, the Dogs are going to be taking the field. So that might have been too long. The Pilots are fired up to play. And now Souris Valley's got to hustle on. All right, so we're game on. It's still a fly zone here for the Sabre Dogs in the Magic City. Now, we were a bit worried about the weather here tonight. Looking at the hourly forecast, there might be some severe thunderstorms tonight. Some sites are calling for it after the 9 o'clock hour. We're nearing 8. Well, another app says severe weather for the next few hours. We may or may not be looking at heavy rain here shortly, but for now it's just holding off under these dark clouds. We're in the top of the fifth inning, near the halfway point of this game. The Sabre Dogs still leading the Pilots 5-3. Now again, the Sabre Dogs and Pilots very familiar with each other over the course of the season. 9 total games, 8 belonging to the Sabre Dogs, including the past 4. But Red River's fired up here tonight. They got the day off tomorrow, and this is the last of a 4-game stay. They're a little bit frustrated after the 10-run rule from last night. And you could tell they at least want to try to take one here at Corbett Fields. Currently, we got a 1-1 count. Third pitch of the at-bat, swung on, fouled out of play. Up and over the Sabre Dog dugout. 1-2 the count. So for the Pilots, they got 2, 3, 4 due up, a good part of their order. And this one swung on, overpass Reed Butts. Makes the backhand stop and fires a pitch to first. A swinging bunt, but Butts still makes a great play in the field for a 1-3 putout. And one down, we're moving to Tanner Thompson. Well, Thompson grounded out. It's Tyler Wiltshire now at the plates. And this first pitch fouled away. So again, we'll be with the Dogs on the road for this next week. Not on the broadcast, but be sure to like us on our social medias. At SV SaberDogs is the handle for Twitter and Instagram. Also got Facebook and our YouTube channels. So be sure to follow along and like us as well. Wiltshire now battling back with an 0-2 count. Jalen Lee on deck, and in the hole, Caleb Whitley. I want to thank Clay and Melissa for tuning in. I really appreciate the update on the stats. Couldn't find this information, but the translation from the spring to summer. Now a little more evident for Caleb for the Pilots. He hit .467 this past spring, 15 doubles, 7 home runs, and a whopping 30 stolen bases. This one's cranked to center, and Martinez sees it all the way for out number 2. A ball crushed by Wiltshire, hit it on the nose. Always tough for the batter. Once you do your job, hitting the ball square, hitting it straight to center. Martinez, a good jump, but he didn't have to move much at all. As Lee takes a big swing and a miss on the first pitch, Caleb Whitley now on deck. He was voted as an All-American and a first-team USCAA All-Conference. So definitely a better spring than I've been giving him credit for. 0-2 after another foul from Lee. He just chops this one towards third. Barlow got to make a quick throw. And it's in time for out number 3. Butts puts away the Pilots. 1, 2, 3 for the third time tonight. And heading to the bottom of the 5th, it's still Souris Valley 5, Red River 3 on your home for Sabre Dogs baseball. Welcome back to the Magic City. New pitcher into the game now for the Red River Pilots, Kobe Fredlin, number 27. A right-hander, one of the top arms for Williston State Community College up here in the northwestern part of North Dakota. So Fredlin has 4, 5, 6 due up for Souris Valley. Now Fredlin making his, what looks to be his third appearance here tonight. He's already appeared in 2 starts. Thrown 3 2/3. Thrown an even 100 pitches. He's got 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 10 earned runs, and 13 hits given up. Currently his ERA over 24. So he's looking to work towards that here as he offers a first pitch fastball skipping to the plates. On ball 1 to Chris Monroe. Another guy who's due here tonight. He's just missed on the ball his past 2 at-bats. There's a 1-0 count as rain continues to fall here. Corbett caught well out in front with a swing and a miss for strike 1. A 1-1 count. Monroe leading off from the cleanup spot. Choking up slightly here on the bat. And he'll watch another ball low here for ball 2. Fourth pitch of the at-bat for Monroe. Up and in. Hadn't gotten much to swing at here so far. A 3-1 count. Looking for his pitch. Coach Kieran talking things over with our GM Kobe Brault as rain continues to fall here pretty significantly. And Minot, half of each team underneath what covering they have for the dugouts. And that one's going to sail to the backstop. Lost control of that one as we hear more thunder in the distance. Ball 4 puts Monroe on first. And we got Jake Barlow due up. Might have saw another flash of lightning there. And yep, they're going to send the teams to the dugouts. So as Barlow just reaches the batter's box, we have lightning. Now if we're going to actually let this delay the game now, we're going to see what happens as both the coaches, umpires, and our very own Souris Valley staff will talk things over here. It's currently 5-3. Souris Valley is leading the Pilots with a man on first and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. We're under a lightning delay, so once we get an update, I'll be right back here on the air for your home for Sabre Dogs baseball to let you know our next move and cheer. Currently going to be in a lightning delay, and they're going to be talking things over. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, and we'll let you know what we're doing with the game when we return momentarily. You're still listening to Sabre Dogs baseball. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to Corbett Field. That is going to do it in this contest. Now, this game, not finalized. We don't have a winner and a loser just yet, but the game will not be finished here tonight due to the thunderstorm. We have lightning and thunder in the vicinity, and as you can see, some pretty heavy rainfall out here on Corbett Field. Now, while I can take it, it'll definitely create a difficult playing surface for both Souris Valley and Red River. So, the game will be postponed. Most likely, we're going to finish this game, pick it up right where we left it off in this situation. Bottom of the fifth with a runner on first. Souris Valley with 5 runs opposed to Red River's 3. So not sure when that will take place. Most likely when we return to Corbett Fields or over at Kraft Fields when the Pilots and the Sabre Dogs will resume their Route 2 rivalry. So the game is considered over, but it will be completed at a later time. So I want to thank you once again for tuning into the broadcast tonight. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a full 9 or even 7 for that matter in. But until next time, as the Sabre Dogs for the next 6 days will be on the road. Be sure to follow along with the North Iowa Ragin' Roosters YouTube channel, as tomorrow that it will be the site for the broadcast that Mason Strawn will call the action when the Sabre Dogs take on the Roosters for the first time this season. And once again, be sure to tune in. Bancroft Memorial Park is beautiful, as close to Field as Dreams as you can get without going over to Dyersville. But that'll do it for us tonight. Scoreboard will stay at 5-3 currently, but the game will be completed at a later time between the Sabre Dogs and the Pilots. I want to thank you for joining the broadcast, and have a great evening.